All right, welcome back. So now on the Diversified Diecast, we're going to finish up these Hot Wheels Premiums. Couple editing disclaimers. The previous upload of the video had to be two parts because, again, Colt decided to hit stop on the video, not pause. So the one with the previous premiums is going to be two parts. One's like 11 minutes and one's 6 minutes. Also, I went back and watched some of the video, and I called out one of the Mustangs on there as an S95. Totally wrong. That was a S197 style Mustang. So, quick correction on that. That's why I need to learn how to put drop edits and asterisks in there, but I'll get to that eventually. So tonight, got kind of a JDM mix, if you will. And then the oddball was the Track Day Guillotine, Carmen Gia. And then the Marshalls found 2-pack. And also said something about, I didn't know they made a Nissan Sentra. Obviously, I knew they manufactured a Nissan Sentra. I didn't know that Hot Wheels Premium made a Nissan Sentra. So again, kind of a quick disclaimer, full edit here from the previous upload. So we'll jump right in, open these up. This is part of the new set from 2025. This one's out of Tokyo Drift. That's the set it comes in. Toyota Chaser JZX 100. It's car 4 out of 5 out of the set. I just show you guys, like I've been doing on these videos, just the card art front, kind of a in package, if you will, and then the back of the card. They're all going to roll just fine because Hot Wheels Premiums are superb in that regard. This one, I'm not sure where I found this one. This may have been a Target find or a Walmart. It wasn't around here. I think it was maybe up in Rockwall near my cousin's place. Mother-in-law found this one for me up there in northern Ohio where she's at. I've been wanting to get this set desperately because it's a really nice set. It's got the R32 Skyline, 07 Type R Civic, Lancer IX Evolution, the Supra, and then it has one of the Mad Mike wagons. Sorry, one of the Mazdas. So super nice set. This is one I'll definitely get the entire set of. It's the Ronin Run 2. I have one car from the first Ronin Run. It's the like strawberry red Nissan 300ZX. Really nice car. It's got black wheels on it. I don't think I have any more out of that set. Again, I'd like to get the rest of that one. And just like I figured, the red paint on this car it's nice. 89 Toyota Supra. This would be like a Mark. I'm not sure what gen Supra that is. 2, maybe 3. I have the other Nissan out of this set. This is R32 GTR Skyline Pandem. 1 out of 5 of the modern classics. And then I have the Subaru and the plain white other BNR33 or the R33 Skyline out of this set. But I don't have the... No, you know what? This completes this set because I do have the Benz and the Nissan 180. I've kind of got them in mixed grabs over the years, and it's all together now. So I'm not sure if they made a second run of these or not. I know the modern classics I see still popping up for trades, obviously because of these Skylines, because they're popular, right? But it's got a few little... I mean, it still rolls really good, but it's not premium perfect, as I call it. All right. Trade from a guy in California I got some other ones from. This one's kind of an oddball set. I would like to have that Volkswagen bus. Both of them, actually. I mean, the drag buses are cool. I'm not like super big fans of them. It's got a Baja bouncer. I guess it's an unlicensed casting. And then it has a the new gen NSX GT3. This is a Nissan Laurel 2000 SGX. You don't see too many of these cars in a lot of castings. It's pretty similar, like a kind of like a Skyline 2000 GT. Really nice car out of the package. A lot better than I thought. Man, this thing is way better than expected. Nice detail on the chassis too. That's always a bonus for me. Okay, track day. This is like one of the early premiums I was talking about in the previous videos, back when they just called them real riders. You know, metal on metal, if you will. Volkswagen Carmen Ghia, especially like a custom, track car. Big wide body stance, fat tires all the way around. Doesn't say what year it is. Copyright on this one was 2016, just like the other ones in the same set as that Chevelle that we opened up on the previous video. Oh yeah, this is neat. This wing's plastic and it's kind of loose, but this is going to be one that'll eventually go in the the VW garage with all those other custom Volkswagens I have. I'll do it fast. Weird. Still a nice ride. Okay. I was wanting to open up this 2-pack off camera, but I saved it as a bonus for this one. I found this one the other day, like I said, at Marshall's. It's Super Street by Motor Trend. And then here's the back of the card. Copyright says 2020. So I'm not sure if it's 2020 or 2021. I think I do have the top Subaru WRX silver. I think it was one of the Boulevard cars I had from one of these years. But I don't have any other 2-packs from this series, if you will. But I was glad to find these because I didn't know they existed. Never seen the back of this card because I don't have the other ones. It's a Nissan Sentra SE-R 91 model. Pretty nice. Remember these cars. They were kind of like what do you buy your daughter for college? When we were kids. A couple of neighbors had them. Older sisters and classmates I had, they drove those. And Nissan Silvia S13. A desirable car over there. I'm not sure what the model was for it here. That's legit. Real nice wheel choice on this one. It's a shame this car is actually a better car than the Silvia. All around paint, detail, wheels and tires. Gloss finish on the chassis. We'll show that in a minute. So, all right. Let's get some up close shots so we can take a gander at these. Kellen's giving me a hand, so she'll pause the camera this time and not stop it like our son did. All right. Toyota Chaser. I mean, it's hard to beat a Hot Wheels Premium. It's like the more and more I open these things, I never really have complained about the price of them. Because, I mean, you get nice tampos front and rear, rubber tires, always pretty good paint. You have some occasional flaws. I mean, they're premiums, but they're still somewhat mass manufactured, right? But overall, when these things were $6-7, now they're $8, on the hooks and big box stores, they're still nice to have. Especially if it's a model you like. I don't buy every single one like I used to, it's complete in sets, but the ones I do like I buy because I just like to admire them. These things always look really good on the shelf and displays, and the real quality is hard to beat. Have a little bit of a overspray mishap there, but all things considered, still really nice. Okay, super excited about this one. I just did not want to wait until I got the rest of the set. I really wanted this car out. It's nice. Turbine wheels, bright, brilliant red paint, nice detail. These cars they weren't no Mark IV, but they still deserve a lot of respect and homage to what they were, because they were still good performers. You just don't see them. I don't know where they're at. Tucked away in collections, they were crashed, or everything's just so absorbed with the Mark Ford generation Supra. These things just kind of got lost love unless they're from a purist. Very nice. Okay, we got the R32 Skyline. Who doesn't love a Nissan GTR? Livery on this one's cool. Rocket Bunny Racing. Anything Pandem based is always going to be a big hit with the crowd, Over the drift. Nice details. At least most of these got some decent detail on the chassis. All right. Nissan Laurel. The paint on this car. Look at this thing. Spot on, man. Got a little breadcrumb or something there. The black is even nice. I mean, see, some of these newer premiums, not these. I was surprised this Supra, it being a 2025 release, they're starting to go flat bottom on a lot of them. Aggravating. I love it when they still do that. Track Day Carmen Guillotine. Missing a little bit of paint on that driver's headlight paint. Maybe that's intentional from track wear. Really cool car. It's just something so different. I like all the Volkswagen stuff. It's just nuts. This is like a straight out of, Hot VW and Dune Buggies magazine or VW Trends. They do a lot of features on cars like this. See, got a flat bottom on this one. But the car is pretty low. Again, I always give them an excuse to do that, but who knows? All right, S13 Nissan Silvia. I actually thought this car would be a little bit better. It's still a nice car. I like the color scheme on it. It's just something different. But maybe the wheels are just a little bit too big. I mean, details are nice. But when you look at it compared to the Sentra, you think this one will be the better car. But in my opinion, I think the Sentra is a little bit better put together. Overall fit and finish. Still nice. Still a nice ride. Look real good in one of my garages. All right. This little sweetheart here. Look at this thing. This thing is. So anytime I see a custom, street scene Nissan from late 80s, early 90s, it takes me back to, believe it or not, I'm going to say this on camera just because I'm allowed to. It's my channel. But fun fact, when my stepdad started dating my mom years ago, probably 91 or 2, he got married in 95. He actually had I think it was an 89 or a 90 model Nissan Maxima. It was, snow white, and it had big snow white matching, like Momo style wheels. I'm not sure what brand they were, but they were big old fast spokes, kind of like the ones on this car. It had ground effects on it. It had a big sculpted front bumper, a wing. It was totally the car you would never imagine him driving. Okay. And I always thought the car was so cool because it was like dark charcoal gray on the inside. Just a really nice car. I mean, it was only, probably a couple years old then. And he would basically use it to drive back and forth to work to keep the miles off his pickup. Um, and I remember my mom and him were dating. She, I guess, borrowed it to go, run about throughout her week because her car was in the shop. And I can't remember where she actually had this accident, but she ran it off the road and tore all the ground effects off of it. And man, he was not happy. And that story still gets told to this day. And shortly after it, he got rid of it. But I remember taking a few rides in that car, and there's a handful of pictures where it's parked in their driveway. I'll have to dig them up and share those. But I have kind of a fondness for Nissan, and like I was talking about, my dad's old neighbor, he had a really nice 240 SX and a 300Z. Whenever they, um, it was a twin turbo, black, beautiful, beautiful car. Took rides in those. So the Nissan Slave kind of comes around to me, in all fairness, from a lot of good memories. But enough about that. Enough jabbing. Let me get these things on the turntable so we can get a better view at them and let them show off their stance, if you will. So stand by. All right. Fast and the Furious. This is a 2025 Toyota Chaser JZX100. Car 4 out of 5. And this one apparently made an appearance in Tokyo Drift. All right. Ronin Run 2, 2025. Part of the car culture line. This is car 5 out of 5. 89 Toyota Supra. The paint could not be any better on this car. And like I said, man, you're never going to see it until you get out of the package. Details on this are really nice. They're all put together just right. Good tempos. Love the wheel choice. It's 100% accurate for this car. Great color choice, too. All right. So, car culture, modern classics, Skyline GTR R32 fandom. Now I know why everybody was after this thing, besides it being just a Skyline. That thing is super, super heavy compared to a lot of other premiums. Not sure what all that's about. Maybe the base is extra thick or something, but I do have this full set. This is car 1 out of 5. Car 2 is the Mercedes Benz 190E Evo 2. Car 3 is the Nissan 80, yeah, S180. I'm sorry. Car 4 is the other Skyline GTR R33, and the car 5 is the Subaru Forester STI, which is actually a really cool car. I didn't even know they. I don't remember seeing one of those things, here. I may just overlooked it, but when you think of Subaru STI, you always think of the Impreza or the WRX, if you will. That wagon's really cool. If I wasn't such a fan of that Supra, this thing would probably take the show. The paint on this car is phenomenal. This is a Boulevard car 45 from 2020 or 2021, and it's a Nissan Laurel 2000 SGX. All right, early Hot Wheels Real Riders from probably 2016 or 17. Car Culture Track Day, Volkswagen Carmen Ghia livery, nicknamed the Guillotine Garage. Beautiful paint. It's way better under this light than I thought it would be. A great addition, like I said, to my Volkswagen Customs from my garage that I have up here on the shelf. All right, bonus cars, if you will, is that 2-pack I picked up at Marshall's. Car Culture, Super Street by Motor Trend, and apparently this was 2020, 2021. This is a Nissan Silvia S13. Pretty paint color, nice color combo. I even like the wheels. I think they're just a little out of scale for this thing. I mean, I like them big, all the JDM stuff, but I don't know, something just doesn't quite. Maybe it's just not lowered enough. You know, the wheels aren't tucked, but it's still a nice car. I'm not knocking it. I'm just kind of that Nissan Sentra this thing come with. It looks a lot more accurate, and I actually prefer it over the other one. I didn't think it'd be that case, but that's the beauty of taking them out of the package. You just never know till you get to it. So let's check that one out. All right. I didn't think I'd say it, but this and that, they're all nice. If I'm picking a favorite, it's kind of a toss up probably between the Supra and this one, and Nissan Laurel's right there behind it. And I love the Skylines. I love, you know me, I love Volkswagens, but this this little guy right here, man, it's kind of pulling at my heartstrings, you know. And maybe the color with the white wheels. I'm not real sure. Like I said, I do remember some of these cars. They were totally stock, you know, and just little puddle hoppers, if you will. You know, they used to run around, and people drive them way back when. But you know, it just kind of reminds you of what they used to be. You know, what we used to bang around town in. Not no one I knew directly, but you know, people love these cars. You know, they'd love to get their hands on one now. And I couldn't tell you the last time I saw one. So there you have it. That's round two of the Hot Wheels premiums that I had selected for filming for this week. I may do one more tonight. I didn't give y'all a preview because I still got a lot to go through. I have everything kind of bundled and grouped together on how I want to show them. But I think I might bang out some Auto Worlds. I got a ton of Auto Worlds. So I know you guys, you know, the views on those are kind of hit or miss. There's not really like a huge audience on my channel that likes them. But I do have those Continental Lincolns, you know, the lowriders. I do have the gold and the silver metallic. And I also have the Ultra Red Chase. I think it's time we just skin the drawers off them things and get them out and see what they're all about. So I've been wanting to open them cars up for a while. So that may be the accelerant to the Auto World fire we need to ignite. So thanks for watching, guys, and appreciate the support. Channel's growing. Those shorts are really helping get views. Slowly getting more subscribers. For the short time I've done the channel, it's actually had some pretty good traction. So that's thanks to all y'all taking time to watch these and hit the likes and subscribes and, you know, provide all the viewing content to help the channel grow. So again, thanks for your time. We'll see you on the next one. Stay blessed.